Hello everybody and welcome to SnackTube. Today I have got an item that is an absolute classic in this country. I've reviewed something from this range before. It was a wee while ago. It was one of their street food versions, and it was alright for what it was. I wasn't really that impressed by it. But it was a newer type of one, so I figured I would go for a classic version of this item and try it out and see what it's like, because I remember eating these quite a lot when I was a kid. So this is a Dairylee Lunchable ham and cheese. So yeah, these have been around for years. They've been around since I was a kid. You know, you used to basically only get ham and cheese and chicken and cheese. Those were like the only two ones you got when I was growing up. And now they've got all sorts of different ones. They've got the street food, they've got wrap kits, they've got all kinds of crap. So I figured we would go back and back to my childhood and try a Dairylee Lunchable, the classic kind, and see if they're as good as I remember. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't remember them being that good. I just remember eating them because they were fun. You get to build your own wee thing and all that. So yeah, ham and cheese. So it's a good source of calcium, a source of protein. Snack, satisfy. Ham and cheese. So let's read our details on here. There is a thing. So cheese food slices with added vitamin D, butter flavour wheat crackers, cooked cured ham slices formed from pork leg pieces with starch. And it's made by Mondelez International. Mondelez. Very, very big food company that makes a lot of brands that you might not expect. So Lunchables, a fun snack for the fridge and lunchbox. So it really is, it's a kid's lunch, you know. Not really something for a grown man unless you're reviewing it for your crappy YouTube channel. Because yeah, it's definitely not something I would just buy and eat on my own, because they're generally not that filling, really. Not for a full-sized. I would say I'm like a 1.5 full-sized man, to be honest, in more ways than one. But yeah, this is a good source of calcium, source of protein, no artificial colours or flavours added. It's got vitamin D, which contributes to normal absorption of calcium. Yay, recycle me, tray only, film is not yet recyclable. So you can recycle the tray, woo! Alright, let's see a bit about our nutritional information, see what this does to your kids. So per portion, 74.1 grams, you've got 215 calories. That's alright, that's not bad. For me, that's basically a handful of crisps. Fat, 9.3 grams, 5.5 grams of that is saturates. That's quite a lot of saturated fat. I wasn't expecting that. That's a quarter of a grown adult's saturated fat intake. That's a lot for a kid, I would say. So yeah, that's bad. That is pretty bad. 19 grams of carbs, of course it's crackers, so that's to be expected. 1.8 grams of sugar, 1 gram of fiber, 12 grams of protein, 1.1 gram of salt. So yeah, really high in the saturated fats. That I was not expecting. That's pretty bad. 27% of your daily allowance for an average adult. So if you're giving this to a kid, it's probably like a third, maybe even half of their daily allowance, depending on how old the kid is. So that's bad. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's bad. Must be all the cheese, I suppose, or maybe it's the pork leg meat. I don't know. Right. Well, let's rip this bad boy open and we'll have a look at the innards, shall we? Shwa. Wah. All right. So there we go. We've got our crackers and cheese all laid out in their. Whoa. Almost dropped it there. All laid out in their nice little sections. So how many crackers have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crackers. There should be 8 slices of cheese at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we're on track. And the ham. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Perfect amount of ham and cheese. So let's have a look then. So there's your crackers. They look like normal crackers. There's nothing really untoward about those. Don't smell of anything. The cheese is very similar to their cheese string rip-off. You know, they don't do cheese string. They do like a thing where you peel the rectangles of cheese off. I think they still do those, but it's the same. I think it's the same stuff you get in some of their wrap kits or whatever. But yeah, it's a similar sort of cheese. It's kind of plasticky, not very strong. You know, you can't give kids too strong a cheese. They tend not to like it. And then the ham. That's a pretty sturdy bit of ham, I have to say. It's very much a reformed, perfect circle. So yeah, You can see all the little white bits in it, which means it's obviously that's for me, the light white bits through the ham is a sign that it's very poor quality. But it's a Dairylee Lunchable and it cost me £1, so I'm not complaining. Right, now the age-old question: how do you build your Lunchable? Do you go cracker, ham, cheese, or do you do cracker, cheese, ham, or do you go like cracker, cheese, ham, and then a cracker, and do it like a sandwich? These are the mysteries of life. Who really knows the answer? I don't know. Suppose we could try and find out right now. Let's try cracker, ham and cheese first off. Seems reasonable, right? Cracker, ham and cheese. Right, this is a Dairylee Lunchables. Ham and cheese. Let's give it the old taste test, shall we? When I was a kid, I had to bite them in half and then eat the other half, the way I did just there. I think for me, I could just stick the whole thing in my mouth, now that I'm a grown man. I'm going to reserve judgment for now. We're going to do a doubler. Right, so we're going, no, we go cheese. No, we'll go ham first. Ham, cheese, and then more ham, and then more cheese. I can get the cheese off of this bloody thing. It's hard to do this with one hand. There you go. Cheese, and then cracker. Now it's a stacked double sandwich. It's good, right? Let's try this one. Let's bite this and see how this one turns out. Definitely makes it a lot meatier. A bigger bite, more of a mouthful. Taste wise, it's equal footing of each thing, so I'm not really tasting anything more than I tasted in the first bite. But let me finish this and then we'll talk about it. Should have had a juice box for this. A Capri Sun. That's what we used to have in our lunch boxes as kids, Capri Suns. Or a wee can of Iron Brew. Or one of those wee bottles of Iron Brew you used to get. Yeah. I don't have a drink with me, I wish I did. Because the crackers are very, very dry. Crackers in general are quite dry anyway, but yeah, that's really dry. Yeah, you need a drink for that, for sure. That was tough to get down on its own. I'll be honest, I enjoyed that. I did enjoy eating that. It was all right. I mean, it's not offering much in the realms of flavour. It's not particularly exciting. The ham is very cheap, normal ham, which I'm not opposed to. I like a wee ham sandwich, you know, so I'm not really fussed about that. The cheese could be nicer, like the cheese could have a bit more flavour to it. Ultimately, it's just very, very plain cheese. I like a mature cheddar. This is just a bit, it's okay. But it's, all it does is adds a texture. It doesn't really add any flavour at all. The ham, it's cheap, but it's not so cheap that it's disgusting. Actually, it's not bad. It's got a little bit of hammy flavour to it, but the ham and cheese are still quite bland, so there's not a lot of flavour. And then the crackers are just very dry. Don't offer anything in the realm of flavour really. They're wheaty. They're supposed to be butter flavour, but I can't really tell that they're buttery. Or a bit plain. So yeah, it's fun. That's what I've always said about these Lunchable things. They're fun. Kids will get a kick out of it. You know, they don't taste particularly great. They don't taste bad. They're pretty neutral tasting, to be fair. But you know, they're not going to knock anybody's socks off. They do what they do what they're supposed to do. Let's be honest. You know, kids have a bit of fun making their lunch. You know, maybe in some kids it'll inspire them to go out and make their own lunches properly down the line. Because they're like, wait, what if I made my own Lunchables? You know, because I like to make my own Lunchables with proper ham, proper cheese, and get some good crackers and maybe some dip, chutney or something. Adult Lunchables. So yeah, they do what they're supposed to. So I can't complain about them really, to be honest. And that was quite fun eating that. So it was alright. Well, that'll do for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell to get a notification anytime one of my videos comes out. Leave me a wee comment. Let me know what you think of Lunchables. Did you eat these as a kid? I ate quite a lot of them. And yeah, that'll do. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Laters on the menu.